boys in their early 20s named Park Jimin and Kim Taehyung were sitting at their college campus. Taehyung was hissing in pain as Jimin was applying antiseptic on Taehyung's face. Slowly, Jimin. Yeah, now you are able to utter words. In front of him, you didn't even utter a ah. He scolded Taehyung, who just looked away. Hey guys, what are you doing? And Taehyung, why aren't you picking up my calls? They both looked at the source of the voice and found Taehyung's girlfriend, ᶠᵘલેલેwhen, who's around same age as theirs. She had come to meet them after attending her CE class. Jimin shied as him and Taehyung didn't go to their first physics class today. I, as usual, was waiting in front of your class but couldn't find you. We didn't attend it. Why? Then her gaze fell on Taehyung's face, which had ugly wound. She immediately went near him. Oh my god, what happened, Taehyung? Why your face? It's nothing, I just fell. Vincent punched him. Why in front, whereas Taehyung cursed Jimin under his breath for telling her that. When? A while ago, he was mad at Taehyung that he touched you. How dare he? She got up and marched towards basketball court to find Vincent. Wyan, listen, don't go, Wyan. He called her but she didn't listen. Jimin followed her. Taehyung too went behind them while calling her. She gave deaf ear to his calling. While walking, she found the janitor mopping the floor. So, she took the bucket full of dirty water too in her hand. Before janitor could say something, Jimin managed him. When Wyan entered the basketball court, she saw the college heartthrob, Vincent, talking to his group. A lot of girls were there sitting on the seats. She assumed they must have just completed practice. Without wasting any more time, she marched towards him while calling his name loudly. Vincent! She shouted so loudly that everyone's attention shifted towards her. Vincent too looked at her. He was about to say hi to her but got stopped when she, without any warning, threw dirty water on him. A visible gasp left everyone's mouth as it was totally unexpected. No one would have imagined that a mere girl would throw water on college trustee's son, aka bad boy heartthrob at the college, who's also basketball champion. What the hell? Wiping his mouth with his hand, he exclaimed. Be grateful that I didn't bring hockey stick, she said, still holding onto the water bucket, whereas Jimin and Taehyung stood behind her because they just reached there. How dare you hit my Taehyung? How freaking dare you? Who the hell gave you the right to do that? She feverishly looked deep into Vincent's eyes. Oh please, that deserved it. How dare he touch you? How dare he kiss you? Vincent said, being furious. Mind your freaking language when you talk about him, okay? He has a class which you can never have. Just having money can always make you classy, and you are a living example of this. And secondly, if not Taehyung, then who would touch me or kiss me, huh? He's my boyfriend, I love him. That spineless nerd does not deserve to be your boyfriend, okay? What did you say? Who are you calling spineless? You... Wyan angrily marched towards him, but Taehyung grabbed her from behind. You shouldn't do this, Wyan. Can't you see he's calling you in names? See, that coward always backing away. When I hit him and told him to stay away from you because you are mine, he didn't even utter a one word. Not even a single no. Coward. Because he's not a dog like you. He knows I am not a freaking toy that he would lay his claim on. I am a person with my own will. And so what? If he didn't hit you back, his girlfriend can do that for him. He is just too much gentleman for you. He doesn't like to involve in fights. He believes in peace. But guess what? I don't have any problem in getting involved in fights. So next time I see you laying your finger on him, I swear, I will drag you to police station, court. If needed, then I will physically fight with you. I don't care who is your father. So, think twice before doing anything. And one more thing. Get this thing inside your head that Vian is a person who has her own will. And she doesn't want Vincent-like guy to have a claim on her. She's happy with her boyfriend, so let her be. You will regret for rejecting me again and again, Vian. Oh, just like your ex-girlfriends did by agreeing to be in relationship with you? No thanks. I'm not stupid. Glaring at him, she threw the empty bucket on the floor. Let's go, Taehyung. She told Taehyung and went from there. Taehyung and Jimin also followed her. Vincent stood there in rage. Every girl wanted him, but his eyes wanted Vian. He still didn't understand why would any girl choose a nerd over him. Time skip. Taehyung and Vian was sitting near the stairs. Jimin had his class, so he went. Vian was angrily applying antiseptic to Taehyung's wound. How dare he touch you? Taehyung was looking at her, who was gently tapping his wound. Though she was very angry, Vian noticed it. What are you looking at now, huh? Why didn't you complain to principal? She angrily asked him while he looked away without answering. She felt something was troubling him, so she gently asked him, Why are you silent, Taehyung? You didn't utter a word in front of him. Now too you were silent. Tell me what's bothering you. He couldn't ignore her gentle tone and looked at her. Tell me, Vincent, wasn't saying wrong, you know. You shouldn't be with me, Vian. Why? Why shouldn't I be with you? Is there some major wrong with me? What? No, why would anything be wrong with you? It's me who's wrong for you. I have nothing to give you. I'm not rich, Vian. I don't have well-built physics. Where you were doing engineering, where I am doing plain BSc. You know what, Taehyung? You were stupid. You were pointing out some negligible things about you and demeaning yourself. Have you seen yourself in the mirror? Have you seen how confident you are when you give your presentation? How intelligent you are? How good your behavior is? How respectful you are towards your elders, towards other women? Do you know how proud I get when I see you getting your desired medals in academics? So what if you didn't choose engineering? I'm sure you are gonna be a well-known PhD holder. And money you were talking about. I'm sure when we get old, we will have enough money. Now come on, you are a PhD holder and I'm an engineer. Obviously, we both gonna earn sufficient to live a good life. Now dare you to compare yourself with some aggressive rich brat? A chuckle left his mouth hearing her tone. My sweet gentleman. Almost 10 years later. Taehyung was standing beside the priest while wearing a black tuxedo. A smile was pasted on his face while he was waiting for his wife to come. His best man Jimin was teasing him, seeing his excitement. His parents laughed at his best friend's remarks, whereas the guests enjoyed their time there. The air was filled with happiness. Why wouldn't it? After all, more than 10 long years later, Taehyung and the love of his life, Wayne, was getting married today. They were together since their college days, but today they would officially become each other's. But legally, spiritually, they would share surnames together. One might question why to wait this long to get married. The answer is Taehyung thought to complete his PhD before getting married. She too respected his desire. Sure, this long 10 years wasn't always a bed of roses. There were thorns too. They had their own ups and downs, insecurities. But even after all this, there he was standing at the altar, waiting for her as he had promised years ago. Look at the groom. A star would hide himself seeing Taehyung's sparkling eyes. Jimin! He stopped his words, hearing cheers from the guests. His heart started to beat faster as he understood the bride was making her entry. His bride was making her entry. He turned around and his breath hitched seeing her in that white dress. She looked at her, walking towards him while holding her father's hand. She looked exactly the way he imagined she would. The engagement ring on her left hand was shining, complementing her wedding gown. Today, the engagement ring would be replaced by their wedding ring. Today, she would officially wear his name. He too would officially wear her name on his ring finger. She looked at him and he felt his heart started to beat faster. Through her eyes, she asked him how she was looking, to which he also replied through his eyes that she is looking breathtaking. She smiled, acknowledging his answer. Then, shocking everyone except her father, she stopped midway through the aisle. Taehyung frowned seeing this, whereas her father gave her a mic. I am definitely not a poet. Neither I had tried writing one before. Nor did I ever recite any poetry. But today I couldn't find any more beautiful way to express my feelings than to recite a poetry. So please bear with my voice. Taehyung's eyes widened hearing her as it was totally unexpected of her to say this. He could hear the cheering from the crowd as the soft tune started to play. A small giggle left her mouth, seeing his surprised face. She then took a deep breath and started to pursue. Sure, her vocal wasn't good, but the lyrics felt heaven in his ears. Please listen to my story. Listen to it in my native tongue. Listen to the echo of my voice. I had found myself in love, and I admitted it. I had discovered love. I acknowledged it. I was passionately in love. I was ecstatically in love. It was a wonderful story about your love. The blush on my cheeks, the veil on my head. I desire you to make me your bride today. I desire you to make me yours today. I will recite your name with the tongue of heaven and run towards you to show my devotion. I have fallen deeply for you, truly, madly. I have become a stranger to myself in your love. My home is now always in you. This heart of mine has always been only yours. This heart of mine has always been loyal to you. Please, listen to my story, listen to it in my naive tongue. Listen to the echo of my voice. I would found myself in love and I had admitted it. What was incompleted today will be completed today. This was our love, a beautiful dream which now has become an unavoidable reality. Smiling, she said the last line while looking at him. A tear left her eyes as she recited her heart out. She looked at the man wearing black tuxedo. She felt as if she was looking into a mirror. After all, his expressions wasn't different than hers. Tears were filled with his eyes too, while he was smiling widely. It was an overwhelming feeling for both of them. So, instead of giving her any vocal response, he just kept for her. Smiling through his tears, he made sign language of excellent and I love you for her. You said, mister, you would never cry on our wedding day. Even made a bet with me. But look, whose eyes are wet now? Chuckling through her wet lashes, she said. Jimin then took a mic and passed it to Thea. Have I ever won against you till now? Today was no different. And I don't think coming next decades would be any different either. I can happily lose if it's you against me. But would it truly be my loss? Because my love, won't your win will be my win too? Their parents, their friends, the guests cheered for him, whereas she felt her cheeks were on fire. Because it's not always he says such cheesy lines, let alone in front of everyone. But guess what? Today is their wedding day. So it's okay if he says cheesy lines. It's okay if she made him emotional. After all, it's their day today. Let them enjoy.